Welcome to the cradle of quarterbacks, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, home to the Purdue Boilermakers, where the black and gold hoping to boiler up in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. Touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On the move, it's McCoby. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll leave it with him. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming in.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Purdue!
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. First down for the offense. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. You want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Cook. Quickly complete. And stampeding through the defense. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the air. It's Card. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri! The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll give it to the back. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
39-yard line. First down, Purdue. Okay, ready? That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Missouri 14, Purdue 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground game on the left. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 3rd. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Now from inside the red zone. Feeling some heat. And to get rid of it quickly. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Card. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
A lot of times when that ball's coming out, you can tell the offensive linemen want to get those defensive linemen's hands down. They want to hit them, engage on them. Great job by the defensive end, getting his hands up in the air and getting the deflection.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Indiana unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks in Bloomington of what things were like when Lee Corso was in charge. An A-plus performance from the Hoosiers. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change.
Got a lot of running room. The 30. The 10. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Cook. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Going to run it. It's McCovey. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to run it. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Coming up, 4th down.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. This quarterback part of their running game. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
that's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Boilermakers look to keep this drive humming. Back to throw, it's Card. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Wants to throw on first down. And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tiger. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
That makes the score Missouri 28, Purdue 10.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Going up top on first down. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
To the air, it's Card. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Absolutely perfect. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the 2nd half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And off to Jones. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field. So you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They don't seem comfortable with the 50-yard field goal attempt, so they'll lead the offense out to try to get the 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Return goes out of bounds.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Cook. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Missouri gets to the line quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that pass is intercepted. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Finds a crease at the 20. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Boilermakers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Carr. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Bounced off his feet.
Yeah, the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I'll throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
It's good. Easy call for the ref. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And off to Jones. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Cook. Finds his back in the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burden. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
Missouri, 28. Purdue, 23.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Cooper.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
Touchdown, Missouri.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
To throw, it's Card. Makes his connection. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab on the left. Off he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He's looking to throw it. Complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
It's complete to the left. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And they'll finally track him down and shove him out of the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Dropping back, it's Card. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Purdue! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. This offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Cook. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think.
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Card. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And listen, you had to take a shot. You got to make something happen. Somebody has to make a play and to get back in this ball game, down a couple of scores, and now the defense has to come out, make some kind of miracle happen, maybe score, and then you got to kick and get an onside. A lot of things have to go right from here on in.
He'll start this drive firing. Gonna take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets him 30+.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work as well.
He's